transmission. This is Western New York's news leader. Now, News 4 at 5.
We are following two big stories tonight involving natural disasters that continue to unfold. Hurricane Maria has caused widespread damage across Puerto Rico after coming ashore overnight, and the death toll continues to rise in Mexico City after an earthquake there. Good evening to you. I'm Jackie Walker.
And I'm Dave Graber. Dawn is off tonight. We begin with the latest from Mexico City, where the desperate search for survivors among the rubble is still underway. What you're about to see is what is left of an elementary school, one of many buildings that collapsed in Tuesday's quake. Dozens of children and teachers were inside at the time. Today, rescuers made contact with a young girl, but trying to free her is a delicate process because the building is so unstable. Earlier, they pulled out several young children. Sadly, however, at least 21 students and 4 teachers are confirmed among the dead, bringing the death toll in the city to more than 200.
A Williamsville native living in Mexico City was among the thousands running from those crumbling buildings yesterday.
Joanne Lopez was at work when the quake struck, and she's still not been able to return to her apartment, which is in the center of the city. News 4's Jen Schott spoke with her via Skype this morning. Jen?
Dave, that's right. Lopez says rescue efforts have been nonstop. The Canisius College graduate works in public relations for a restaurant in Mexico City. She's been living there for about 6 years. Now, she's been through earthquakes before, but none, she says, this devastating. She witnessed firsthand yesterday the desperation of first responders struggling to hear civilians trapped deep below ground after buildings crumbled. Here's video Lopez sent to us. That dust you see there, that's from collapsed buildings. As we've reported, the death toll is at least 225 this afternoon, but Lopez says from what she's witnessed, that number will change. People are buried so deep into the ground, machines pose a danger in potentially crushing survivors. She says first responders are actually digging their way into the concrete to save people. There's a hand signal being used in Mexico City, which means to be quiet. You can see it there on your screen. When you see that fist in the air, first responders can then listen for the calls of survivors. Yesterday morning, Lopez and her co-workers underwent an earthquake drill, a way to commemorate the 1985 earthquake that occurred 32 years prior, killing thousands. It was just hours later she was running for her life.
As I'm walking down, you could say about 15 steps, and I walk out. I could feel like a little bit of the movement, but as soon as I hit outside, the 15 steps, I could feel the ground starting to shake like that. So even the cars, as long as you want to be outside and feel like you're safe, you're not, because the ground is moving.
Lopez's parents are Buffalo public school teachers. Her sister lives in Houston and just went through Hurricane Harvey. She tells me it took about an hour before her parents learned she was okay yesterday. Lopez says there are portions of the city with no electricity or running water still. Mexico City will be in mourning for 3 days as crews continue to try to locate survivors still trapped. At 6 o'clock, how a local restaurant in downtown Buffalo is helping relief efforts for our neighbors to the south. Live in the studio, Jen Schott, News 4 at 5. Don and Jackie.
Thank you, Jen. And take a look at this incredible video that we just got into our newsroom. It's from Mexico City. As you can see there, it actually shows a city street that was cracked during the quake, and it almost looks like it is breathing. Just amazing sights, and those continue to come into our newsroom, and we will continue to show them to you here on air and on our website, WIVB.com.
And now to Hurricane Maria, which continues to batter Puerto Rico this evening. The monster storm roared ashore this morning as a dangerous Category 4 with winds up to 155 miles an hour. That
actually makes it the strongest hurricane to hit the U.S. territory in nearly 90 years. Although Maria is now a Category 2 storm, as the winds have died down a bit, it is expected to strengthen back over open waters. At this hour, nearly 90% of Puerto Rico is without power, and damage is widespread. The governor of Puerto Rico says the territory's infrastructure suffered historic damage and will likely never be the same.
And we are getting some amazing images of what Maria looks like from outer space. This video of the monster storm's swirling eye was taken by a NOAA weather satellite. And here's a look at what the hurricane looks like from the International Space Station. This video taken yesterday as Maria headed to Puerto Rico. News 4 Chief Meteorologist Todd Santos is watching the track of both Maria and Hurricane Jose tonight. Todd.
Yeah, and we're still very concerned about Puerto Rico because some of the heavy rain is still coming down there. By at least some measures, including central pressure, prior to landfall early this morning, Maria was stronger than Irma, and that says something considering how strong Irma was as it worked through as a Category 5 storm. For what it's worth, these bright reds are the highest, coldest cloud tops. Think of it as some of the strongest thunderstorms. The hurricane-force winds extend about 60 miles out from the center, so the northwest corner of Puerto Rico is still dealing with hurricane-force winds. They're not out of the woods yet here, and they're still dealing with the rainfall from this. So some of the images you may have seen coming out of Puerto Rico have at least been with some of the breaks in the rain on the eastern side of the island, but there are still a lot of areas under the gun here. We still have this satellite and radar, but radar has been knocked out as of about 5:50 a.m. this morning. Right as that eye was coming on land, it knocked out both radars, and I presume that has more to do with the power there. But for what it's worth, you can see the eye at least moving away from the island. It's moving at northwest at 12 miles per hour, max sustained winds at 110 miles per hour. The storm is expected to regain some strength here as it works towards the Turks and Caicos. Still likely to miss Hispaniola and the Turks and Caicos off to the north and east. However, we are still talking about a storm that's going to work its way up through the very warm waters, well within inside, say, the Gulf Stream itself through Sunday and Monday. And even though this has that little bit of a turn to the right, there are still some concerns for some wobbling potential into the middle of next week. And then it's, of course, going to depend on how it interacts with what's left of Jose at that point. Jose's been going for 15 days as a named storm. We'll have more on that and our beautiful conditions here in western New York next. Dave, Jackie.
Thank you, Todd. A Jamestown couple is facing charges tonight after an assault rifle was allegedly found in their possession. Police say the loaded SKS rifle and ammunition was found inside the apartment of Gabriel Harrison and Stacy Thayer. The two were charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree. Police say both have prior convictions which prevent them from owning this kind of weapon. And a reward of up to $1,000 is now being offered in the search of a serial bank robber locally. Police believe the same man, as you see in that picture, is responsible for at least 3 holdups and 1 attempted robbery in a span of just 8 days. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. You see the number right there on your screen, 867-6161.
The Buffalo Bills could be without a key member of the defense as they take on the Broncos at home Sunday.
News 4 Sports Director Josh Reed tells us why Marcel Darius might not be able to take the field. Josh?
Yeah, Marcel didn't practice today. He had a brace on his ankle. Head coach Sean McDermott said he's concerned that Marcel won't be able to play coming up on Sunday. Starting left tackle Cordy Glenn also sat out practice with a foot injury. It's a different injury than he's been dealing with, so that's some bad news as well. Now let's talk about a guy who actually did practice today. Wide receiver Zay Jones back at work, of course, the rookie, coming off that disappointing Sunday. After practice, he told reporters that he spent 24 hours thinking about that final Bills offensive play and the pass that slipped through his fingers.
I think everyone's seeing like I'm kind of back to myself. I'm having fun again. I'm enjoying football again. It sucks at what happened. It happened. It's over. I'm learning from it. I'm growing. I'm developing. You know, I'm a rookie, but no excuses. You just got to keep moving forward.
How much would you love to be in that position again? Do you have that ball thrown to you, come up this week or next week?
I'm going to be in that position again. Yep. Maybe this week, further down the line, when that opportunity comes, I'm more prepared for it, and I'm going to make that catch.
Pretty good attitude to have, though. LaShawn McCoy got off for Veterans Day. He got a Veterans Day off. He continues to deal with a wrist and groin issue, but nobody seems all that concerned about it. Expect him to play on Sunday. The Bills have 4 new defensive backs this season. They haven't allowed a touchdown pass yet. Pretty impressive. We'll hear from one of those at safety, Jordan Poyer, coming up in sports. In the studio, Josh Reed, News 4 Sports.
Thank you, Josh. And still ahead, hear why a parent group is rallying outside Buffalo City Hall tonight, what they want the school board to put in place across the district. A live report is coming up in 2 minutes.
And coming up at 5:30, new details on a wrongful death suit filed by the family of a man who was fatally shot by a Buffalo police officer.
We're for powerful reporting, for experienced journalism,
Our job is to get information for people.
and for the local stories you need to know. We're for bringing you a smarter newscast that you deserve. We're News 4, and we're for Buffalo.
When it's time to give your home or business a fresh look, think Darling. Darling Paint and Restorations. Interior or exterior, commercial, residential, industrial, and churches. If it looks good, it's Darling. Call today for a free estimate, 656-8802, or visit us at darlingpaint.com.
Severe weather can destroy your old roof, causing leaks and damage that require costly repairs. So make a wise investment this fall. Call Erie Metal Roofing for the last roof you'll ever need. Erie's steel shingle system weathers the storm and up to 120-mile-per-hour wind. It's a weatherproof barrier for your home that won't split, crack, or rot, with several styles and colors available. See the before and now the after. Erie has an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and over 300 reviews online. And hey, call now to save on your new Erie Metal Roofing System. During our fall double discount sale, double your savings from $1,000 to $2,000. Affordable financing, no payments till spring, and double your bonus from a $100 to a $200 gift card with purchase. Plus, call during this program and receive free gutter protection with your metal roof purchase. Call Erie Metal Roofing for these great savings right now. 1-800-966-4500. 1-800-966-4500.
At Longhorn, tonight's special, the Great American Steak Dinner for $12.99. A center-cut sirloin with a side, plus a starter or dessert. And for lunch, try one of our new burgers, like the barbecue bacon burger. You can't fake steak.
In Western New York, we all have our own way to take on the day.
But we all stay connected the same way. By starting off with News 4 Wake Up.
News 4 Wake Up with Melanie, Jordan, and Mike. A smarter way to start the day.
Well, you're looking at some of the parents who have gathered this hour at City Hall, where they are rallying tonight before the school board meeting. In fact, some of those parents and others who are expected in a short while are asking the board to implement a wellness plan for all students in the school district.
News 4's Shannon Smith is at City Hall with details on what the plan is calling for. Shannon?
Dave and Jackie, some parents and students are here tonight. They're in front of City Hall, as you just saw, and they said that they want action and not just words. Basically, they want to tell the Buffalo School Board tonight that they want them to start really implementing their wellness policy and programs that the board passed back in June. Now, that wellness policy includes things like making sure students have enough daily exercise, that they have recess, things like brain breaks, and also that students have healthier food options and even cultural food options. Now, parents say that the school year has already started and they just want to make sure that students are getting the help and resources, even when it comes to things like mental and behavioral health, that students need in order to be successful in school.
Children are human beings, right? I mean, children need to eat healthy food and be able to move and be able to talk about their feelings if they're going to be excelling in math and ELA. So we really want to have that holistic, whole child type of approach.
Parents and students also tell me that they want to be involved in this planning process. A student earlier I talked to says that she's here because she wants to make sure that she has a say in these programs and how these programs are being brought into her school. Now, that's a conversation that both parents and students say they hope will begin during tonight's school board meeting, which starts in a little bit at 5:30. For now, live in downtown Buffalo, Shannon Smith, News 4.
Thank you, Shannon. And next at 5, history in the making, an update on the historic commissioning that's set to take place here in the Queen City later this year.
See it, shoot it, and send it to WIVB.com with Reported, sponsored by Mattress Firm.
It's Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale. Your favorite brand name mattresses are on sale, plus get an additional 10% off. And we'll beat any competitor's price by 10%, only at Mattress Firm.
I love the countertops.
And I like the price.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That feeling, only better. The thrill of getting a better deal than you expected. At the Volkswagen Sell-Down event, you can get $1,000 cash back on the new 2017 Alltrack.
Get $1,000 cash back or lease this 2017 Alltrack S for just $239 a month after a $1,000 bonus. Offers end October 2nd.
Roto-Rooter. Call the plumbing, drain, and water cleanup experts at 1-800-GET-ROTO for 24/7 service and free estimates. Roto-Rooter.
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America, the Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Greater Buffalo Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
A dirt-eaten, snow-busted 4x4 Cherokee, just $279 a month, not 1 penny down. You want a Jeep Buffalo? We've got your Jeep. Get to Buffalo's Jeep Giant and get a Jeep Cherokee, $279 a month, not a penny down. Transit Town, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram.
Discover the Isaac difference. A better customer experience for you, a better choice for your home. Let Isaac install this fall. Get a Rheem high-efficiency furnace for just $99 a month with no interest for 36 months. Visit IsaacHeating.com today.
Long live effort. With a legendary Hemi engine or a powerful proven Cummins turbo diesel engine, it's capable of carrying on great American traditions. Hurry in for $1,000 Power Days bonus cash on powerful Ram trucks.
Or well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles. Get this low-mileage lease on the 2017 Ram 1500 for $169 a month.
Full warm weather, tracking severe weather 24 hours a day. From Cheektowaga to Clarence, covering all Western New York. This is News 4. We're for Buffalo.
When the crew comes here, we're going to do our very best to make them feel welcome.
Oh, yes, we're looking at the Little Rock right behind us here. The Buffalo Naval Park is getting ready for a very big ceremony in December. The USS Little Rock will be commissioned next to its namesake.
Now, this is the first time that such an event will actually be happening. News 4's Callan Gray is live at the Naval Park with all the details. Callan.
Dave, Jackie, I'm told that Navy officials will be here in Buffalo in the next week or two to survey where the ship should be docked during the commissioning. As you mentioned, this is a historic event, the first time in naval history that a ship will be commissioned next to its namesake. I'm told that normally a ship has to be scrapped or sunk in order for another to take its name. Another reason this is a big event, this is the first time in Buffalo history that a ship is being commissioned here, and there are already plans underway happening right now for a week of celebrations leading up to the commissioning. Meanwhile, in Marinette, Wisconsin, construction on the new USS Little Rock has finished. It just completed acceptance trials at the end of August. And members of the commissioning committee here in Buffalo will head to Wisconsin in about a week and a half for ceremonies there. Then the ship will make its way to Buffalo through the Great Lakes, although we don't know exactly when it's leaving or when it's arriving. We do know the ceremony will be on a Saturday in December. And as I mentioned, there are plans for a week of celebrations surrounding the commissioning.
Is to really build a relationship between the ship, the crew, and Buffalo, Western New York, Erie County, and in this case also linking the past, the ship, the cruiser, the Little Rock, with the present, the LCS-9 Little Rock as well.
He tells me the former Secretary of the Navy, Ray Mabus, actually served on the original USS Little Rock and made the decision to have this ship take that name as well as be commissioned here in Buffalo. I'm told the Little Rock Association, made up of members who served on the ship as well as their family, also was instrumental in getting the ship here for this commissioning. Now, I did speak with the commissioning committee chair. We are going to have more from him coming up tonight on News 4 at 6, and how you can get involved in the ceremony. For now, reporting from the Naval Park, Callan Gray, News 4.
All right, Callan, thank you very much. Well, we know it's not going to be as warm in December when the ship comes, but we do hope that at least it's a sunny, nice day for them.
I've been waiting to learn when this was going to happen because it's a very big deal. Now it's December.
Months away.
And we're all going to be on the waterfront there for this. Too early to talk about that,
yeah,
right?
It is a little bit. I mean, we're not even quite to fall yet, but, well, just glad to see it's coming, and it must have been incredible to be on some of the sea trials for that. As far as what we're finding right here at home, very, very quiet conditions. Part of it actually has to do with Hurricane Jose, or what was Hurricane Jose, now a tropical storm. I got so used to saying it after 15 days worth of following this named storm, that it basically stopped a cold front from moving in the last couple of days in its tracks just out to our west, and it's left us just under this ridge of high pressure. And that's where we will remain through the entire weekend and into early next week. The turning point right now looks like next Wednesday. So a week from today, we'll finally start to see our next chance for showers, which really shows up Thursday into Friday. So I'll call that the turning point. What's left of Jose here, for the most part, is going to remain out over water, but it will at times kick off some of these showers. Now, there's one piece of the track that is noteworthy. So at least to start with, max sustained winds 70 miles per hour. It is a potent tropical storm. Movement toward the northeast at 8 miles per hour. But as you know from the last couple of days, it is likely to just take this track where it kind of spins back on itself and heads back towards the coast into Saturday and Sunday timeframe. It is not out of the question that what's left of this could get all the way to the coastline, mainly as a rain producer with some gusty winds. But you get the idea. Max sustained winds are not a concern at that point. It will have some influence, however, it does look like, on where Maria goes once it works its way up the coastline. So there are a number of things we're watching. One of them also is that the system right now is over cooler waters, and if it makes its way just a little bit farther north, water temperatures drop off into the upper 60s. Even that type of water temperature is destructive to a storm like this, so that's good news there. Keep it over the cooler waters, and that'll help to slowly tear it apart as it just sits there. Our area, I mean, still brilliantly quiet. This is the type of image, minus even those showers out to the west, that you're going to find for tonight, tomorrow, the weekend, the entire weekend, and Monday and Tuesday, and even Wednesday of next week. Winds out of the northeast. We have at least managed to get to near the 10-mile-per-hour range. Winds are likely to go pretty much calm again overnight tonight, and that will allow temperatures to fall from these numbers back down into the upper 50s for a lot of areas in the southern tier valleys. Even a few pockets, I wouldn't be surprised to find some of those again up even into Niagara County, and especially areas outside the city. So there's midnight tonight. Get into the early morning hours, there's 5 a.m. You start to see a few of these, and even places like Batavia, Warsaw, if you manage to get that cool tonight, you have the chance for some patchy fog. Once we get into the weekend, we'll back off the humidity a little bit, so even as you get some of those low temperatures, fog won't be as much of an issue, but I figured I'd at least mention it. 72 by 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and then we're off to the races. Most areas here where you see upper 70s at least have a chance of hitting the 80-degree mark. Visibility, not an issue right now, but I figured I'd show this because later tonight we will end up with that same scenario. We had some photos even this morning coming in out of the Lockport, Gasport area with some of that fog. So for tonight, similar scenario there with temperatures mostly getting to the lower 60s around Buffalo, but there will be a number of spots falling back into the 50s. For tomorrow, a gorgeous day. I mean, that's the record, and we're going to be coming within degrees of the records through a good stretch of the finish of the week. Right now, still, none of these are actually forecast to be record temperatures, but check out that span of sunshine, wide open sunshine right through Monday. So hopefully you didn't take any of those air conditioners out of the window, and that line is actually directed toward Dave.
Very good, Todd. Thank you very much. Just ahead, the Bills secondary has been primary to the Bills' success so far this season. We'll hear from Jordan Poyer coming up next with Josh in sports.
Forewarned Weather is sponsored by Stockmore, serving Western New York for over 35 years.
Hyundai has an all-wheel drive SUV for every stage of your life. Urban adventure? That's Tucson. Taking that next step? Check out the Santa Fe Sport. Full-time chauffeuring? Your 7-passenger Santa Fe awaits. And with America's best warranty, whichever stage you're in.
You just saved me from getting a minivan. Give him some love.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. And this is the reason to buy now. Lease an all-wheel drive Santa Fe Sport for $179 a month for 24 months, or get up to $5,000 in total savings. Offers end October 2nd.
Williamstown Village in Cheektowaga offers everything you need in affordable resort-style living. Spacious, modern 1- and 2-bedroom, pet-friendly apartments with 24-hour maintenance and laundry facilities. Williamstown offers planned programs and activities, as well as a shuttle service, athletic facilities, and a heated swimming pool. Need help moving? Williamstown will even help you pack and move. Williamstown Village makes resort-style living easy and affordable. Call 970-4747 today for information.
You each drive a Ford pickup, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you a next-generation pickup.
Awesome. Let's do this.
The bed is made of high-strength steel, which is less susceptible to punctures than aluminum.
The stronger, the better.
And best of all, this new truck is actually the current Chevy Silverado.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Silverado All-Star for around $199 a month, or get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Chevy Silverado Double Cab. See your Western New York Chevy dealers.
accepted in all 50 states, you have the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, giving you the confidence to move forward. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York. Live fearless.
Hey, I thought you were choosing the flute.
Everyone was doing flute.
Buick now has an SUV for that.
Where's your brother?
Hey, Mom, it's a tuba.
Buick Enclave, one of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Current lessees, switch to Buick and get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Buick Enclave for around $249 per month.
Well, there were a lot of question marks and concerns surrounding the Bills' secondary heading into the season. The early results have been off the charts. The Bills went out and signed free agent safeties Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. They draft Trey White, and they traded for E.J. Gaines. Those 4 guys hadn't allowed a touchdown pass this season. That's impressive considering they'd never played a game together until this season.
We haven't been perfect. To be honest with you, Josh, we've had some things show up that we have to get corrected as we move forward. But at this point, very, very encouraged by what they've been able to do in a short amount of time.
Each day we come in here, we have that approach that, we want to be the best, and in order to be the best, you got to work to be the best. And so, like I said, we're out there at practice, work hard. Even little things like hanging out off the field. We all went over to Micah's house the other day and just kind of hung out, watched the Monday night game. So stuff like that carries over onto the football field. When it comes to crunch time and you look at your teammate in the eye, he's fighting for you and you got to fight for him. So it's very positive in that sense.
Now, the Bills' DBs will try to slow down Trevor Siemian and the Denver offense on Sunday. We'll take a look at that matchup coming up at 6 o'clock. The Bills also made a pair of roster moves. Today, they brought back safety Robert Blanton and defensive lineman DeAndre Coleman. The roster now back to 53. In the studio, Josh Reed, News 4 Sports.
Thank you, Josh. And still ahead at 5, it's a new fashion trend for fathers who work out. And this one you do have to see to believe.
And here's what's all new at 5:30 today.
Delina Shapiro has a look ahead.
Good evening, Jackie and Dave. Here are just some of the news stories we have for you at 5:30. We have new details on a wrongful death civil suit filed by the family of a man who was shot and killed by a Buffalo police officer. Also, cyber attack warning: the new way hackers are stealing tens of thousands of dollars from innocent victims. And it's a first for Walmart. Find out what the retailer says it will not be doing this holiday season.
I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
Oh, boy.
Buick now has an SUV for that. Introducing the new Buick Encore.
I knew I could trust you guys with the cake. Oh, no problem. That was close.
One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Current Buick or GMC lessees, get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Buick Encore for around $139 per month.
Winter is just around the corner. Defend your home in cold, icy conditions with one call to Erie Metal Roofing. See the before, now the after. Erie's interlocking stone-coated steel shingles prevent leaks and minimize energy loss with several styles that offer the look of cedar shake, shingle, and tile with the strength of steel.
It's very attractive. It increases the curb appeal of your home, and we're just very happy with it. We get a lot of positive comments about it.
And because they're so durable, some insurance providers offer discounts for installing a metal roof. So pick up the phone, call now, and save during our fall double discount sale. Double your savings to $2,000 on the last roof you'll ever need with no payments till spring, and double your bonus. Get a $200 gift card with purchase. Call in the next 20 minutes. Receive free gutter protection with your metal roof purchase. Call Erie Metal Roofing right now for these great savings. 1-800-966-4500.
New York Connects is very special to me. I love my son. It just was so heartbreaking to watch your only child suffer and not being able to get services or help. They were able to just put the pieces together for me. They helped me to be a better person for my son and for myself.
New York connects you to independence. To learn more about long-term care services and supports, contact New York Connects at 1-800-342-9871.
Well, trending tonight, another unique fashion trend.
Now, if you recall yesterday, we showed you these double jeans that, of course, cost almost $700. And if you thought we couldn't top that, well, think again. Now, we're going to go back to London on this one. Check this out. A London artist is seeking production partners on a bizarre new men's fashion accessory. Now, all right, that is apparently a bag, and it's called specifically the dad bag. It's a fanny pack that resembles a pudgy, hairy belly, because I guess that's a good thing. Its creator says he always wanted a dad bod, but was concerned about the health issues and that there's apparently a way for fit dads to get that look. And a new study found, get this, Jackie, that many women find this attractive. No word, though, on what these dad bags would cost. I don't know about this new fashion trend, but I don't know. I guess I prefer just being in shape.
Yeah, where'd they find the women who find that attractive?
Apparently they do.
Great one.
Well, that's it for News 4 at 5.
News 4 at 5:30 starts now.
Oh, my goodness. All new at 5.